I remember it was a beautiful summer day, Easter Monday, and lots going on. Mairead and Dominic were down, Linda Price was over on her bike. Joanne was also down, playing with you and Cecilia.
I remember the kids were out playing in the garden as it was such a nice day, so after dinner we all decided to go for a walk.
The country road stretched for a few miles. You could see rolling fields for miles. The road was lined with trees and sprinkled with country houses.
When I was cycling back outside our gate, before I turned into the house, I could see 3 figures in the distance down the road. We live on a hill, and you could see the figures, which were you, Cecilia and Joanne, below Pat Evans' shed. I thought to myself I should follow you down the road in case something would happen.
Once we arrived, we got down to our normal business of taking our shoes off and paddling in the 3-inch deep stream. It was cool against our feet, and we pretended we were somewhere else on a faraway adventure. Next on our agenda was throwing sticks and leaves into the water from one side of the bridge and watching them emerge from under the other side. You and Joanne were positioned the other side of the bridge on the water side. You must have left Joanne's side and wanted to come to me across the bridge at the very moment a car was coming.
House in Kilmacnevin, which is about 1.5 miles from Ballincarrigy. I noticed another car parked on the road and 2 people, a man and a woman, walking back towards my direction. Then I noticed a girl in the centre of the road. I immediately got out of my car and ran over.
I sat motionless for a few moments while I pictured a car's wheel coming off.
I took her to the side of the road, beside Joe Noonan's porch. The little girl I noticed was not breathing, so I started mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. After some time she began to breathe. A short time later she began to vomit.
I must have just stood there, as still as a statue, staring at what was happening.
You had a little scrape on your cheek, below your eye, and Mam was over you with a really old-fashioned spoon in your mouth. Your 2 shoes were on the road still. The black stuff from the driver's lady's car was also on the road.
I thought my beautiful baby daughter would die. She was blue in the face and struggling for air when I got to the scene of the accident. She was vomiting profusely, and I kept my fingers in her mouth to keep an airway open.
We got to go up and see you in a week later, I think it was. You were in Beaumont, and it had a long glass corridor. I remember the corridor and the hallway area with 4 lifts either side. It was amazing. You were just laying there. You looked so different. Longer straight hair with those rose bobbins in. I'm not sure if I am remembering you later, as Mam loved those bobbins in your hair. You had opened your eyes in the hospital, so that was good news to tell them. I suppose it was in the paper, so everyone knew that you had been knocked down. There was a mass for you in the church one morning. Loads of the town came. I remember my old headmaster shaking my hand outside the church after the mass, like you would if someone had passed away and you were consoling them. A tear dropped down as we shook hands. I can't remember if it was mine or his.
I went up to see her, and when I said hello, she started to vomit. When the nurses then had made her comfortable, Cecilia and Joanne came in to say hello, and as they did, Melissa started to laugh.
I've done my best, and I've tried not to dwell on things. I might be a little bit different, but not much. I tried to push myself to be what I want to be, and not what people expect me to be. Mum and Dad always told me to never give up, to fight for what I want, no matter how long it takes. So that's what I've done.